Let's get it. Bitcoin is back on the upswing and things are looking a lot better for the world's #1 cryptocurrency. The video you were about to watch was recorded a couple days ago, but the numbers and levels to watch are still very much the same. Of course, we are in a little bit of a better position than we were a couple days ago, so that's a good sign. After a little bit of Bitcoin technical analysis, I will jump into 3 altcoins that I think could perform very, very well for the rest of this bull run, so stay tuned. What is up, everybody, and welcome to the Crypto Cabin. My name is Tom, and in today's video we're going to be actually watching a video that I recorded a couple days ago. I apologize, did not have time to edit it and upload it before then. However, the numbers to watch for are still very, very much in play. We will also be taking a look at 3 altcoins that I think could perform very well for the rest of this bull run, so let's take a look. We have Bitcoin right now bouncing once again off of this 55.7 level, which was my 0.5 level of support coming off of a Fibonacci extension tool that I drew out for the remainder of this bull run. We came down and have found that support perfectly. We're still within this purple support box here, which I definitely could drag out and across because we don't know how much longer we're going to be in this range for, but we did get that perfect bounce and have wicked back up into right around 57,600 at the time of recording here. This could also be a W pattern forming right here. We would need to come up and break through right around $60,000, just under $60,000 with volume in order to confirm that potential pattern. This move would take us up to about $64,000, I believe. Yep. Right around 64. So if that does play out, look for 64K. If we roll over here, like I talked about, we would potentially come down to find support at 53,000-ish, which would line up kind of with this horizontal support and the upward sloping line of support there as well. One thing that I'm still thinking about in the back of my head is if this is in fact the final shakeout before we run all the way up to 80, 100, 120,000 plus dollar Bitcoin. If it is, that's what one of the narratives that people are talking about. I don't know if this has been a big enough shakeout to get people scared off. So what this could look like, a big shakeout, could potentially look like us rolling over, like I said, coming down to this 53-ish thousand dollar level, which everybody expects it to go. And then we could have a huge wick down into this box here. And the 200-day moving average is down here as well at 46. I don't think we would go lower than this, but it could look like a big rollover, like I said before. We maybe come down to here, and then we could wick down hard into here, and then V-shape back up. That would be, in my opinion, what the ultimate shakeout would look like. Yes, this has been very bearish, obviously, for the last few days, but it hasn't been super, super extreme. It's been a 20% drop, I think, at the lowest. Basically exactly a 20% drop at the lowest. Last bull run, we had multiple 30% drops. So if we were to drop 30% from the top here, that would bring us down, like I said, into this yellow box of support down here. That would be my most bearish case scenario. Like I said, if that is going to be the final shakeout, I could see that happening because everybody's talking about this, but I'm not waiting on the sidelines necessarily for that to happen. Right now, I am currently in a long, was able to pick up some more at this horizontal support level. And so I will set stop losses to make sure that I don't get wrecked completely if we go down here, and then have buy orders set down a little lower in case that does happen. We also have a potential falling wedge here for Bitcoin, which is typically a very bullish pattern. So like I said, we have a potential W, which like I said is bullish if we break up above this $59.8 thousand level, very close to 60K. And we would need to break up above this downtrending line of resistance here, which is basically at the exact same level. We could come down, wick down, retest, and then go back up. If we are able to stay within this horizontal support box, which we have been able to do successfully 1, 2, 3 times now, 4 times now technically, then we could potentially see more upside here as long as we break through we need to break through 58.5 is a big one, and then $60,000 is another one. I normally don't look at this chart for Bitcoin on Gemini, but I did think that this was interesting. So it is the only chart that I've found that had a big wick down into $54,000, that initial one. So when I said the bottom was in on this first one, I didn't see this one. So this is another confirmation, I guess, that this could have potentially been the bottom, because this is typically what a bottom would look like, more or less. A really big wick. We did have that over here as well, right? So big wick to the downside, and then we came on up. We did trend sideways / downwards for a little bit, but that more or less was the bottom. When it came to this one too, this was a red candle, however, but big wick and then came back up. That was also more or less the bottom, traded down and sideways, but we didn't go much lower than that wick. We didn't go any lower after that wick. So what is currently happening here could be something similar. We trend downwards / sideways for a little while, but according to this Gemini chart, never really going much lower than 54. And we are seeing that on the other charts that I've talked about as well, coming in with where all the other support levels are. And we'll just need to wait and see, obviously. But this looks very much like a potential bottom. All right, let's talk about a couple altcoins that I think can do very well. They already have done pretty well. I've talked about this one before, talked about 2 of them before actually, and potentially a third one that I think could do very well. So over the last little while, Chain Guardians has been on a little bit of a tear. So in the last 7 days, we have gone up from $1.25. We have basically 2x'd on this one. And so that's been a nice little uptick for my personal portfolio as well. This one I have had and have talked about a few times, but it is a gaming token. You guys can definitely come and check this one out on CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap. It is available on KuCoin, Uniswap, and Gate.io. Basically, it is a platform which combines traditional gaming concepts with blockchain technologies to enable player-driven economies. So you can participate in their free NFT mining platform, and there is also a role-playing game in there as well, both of which allow you to earn income. So this is one of those play-to-earn games, turning your time and energy into tangible rewards. So you can go ahead and check this one out. It has come up quite a bit. I think I was talking about this one when it was at about $40-ish million market cap. So we have come up quite a ways since then, but still definitely has a little bit of room to run. I personally would maybe wait for a pullback because we have gone up. This could keep going up. You just never know. We're not quite at the all-time highs yet. All-time high was $3.52, so we've still got about another $1 or so to go. But this one is one where, yeah, it has gone basically straight up since November 18th, so it's almost a week now. If you would like to pick up some Chain Guardians, I would personally go through either the Binance Smart Chain or the Polygon network, or the Matic network. I have mine on Ethereum, and if I want to cash out right now, it is like stupid gas fees. So definitely smarter, in my opinion, gas fees wise, to go with Binance or Polygon. The second one I want to talk to you guys about today is Charged Particles, or IONX. This one is on the Ethereum mainnet or Ethereum network. I don't think there's any other way of purchasing it other than, obviously, there are some exchanges down here that you could get it on, Gate.io as well. But gas fees, if you're going through MetaMask or something like that, are going to be higher, obviously, being on Ethereum. However, it has performed extremely well in the last week or so. We went from, I believe, it's been like a 3x at the highest, from the lowest to the highest. So we went, from about 50 cents all the way up to $1.50, and now we've come back down and we are in about $1.34. This is a project where you can basically they call it, I think, yeah, supercharging your NFTs. So it is a groundbreaking new protocol that lets you put digital assets inside of your NFTs. So now your ordinary NFTs, think neutral molecules, can contain a digital charge inside. For example, an ERC20, ERC721, or ERC1155, giving you the unprecedented power to create nested NFTs. If you can digitize it, you can deposit it into your NFTs. So this is a revolutionary idea, and it is going to ignite, as it says, endless NFT possibilities for artists, for DeFi, and for developers. Feel free to come on over to their website, of course, and take a look at what they're doing. You can stake this one. Like I said, with Chain Guardians, there was a staking mechanism within the game and their website as well. Here on Charged Particles, there is some staking right now. I was in the V2 program, which means now that I need to withdraw, harvest what I've earned, and deposit it now into V3, which is an absolutely ridiculous amount of gas fees. But if you were to buy this and deposit some, you could get a 219% APR right now. That's putting it into V3. I didn't put a ton into this. I wanted to try it out and see what I could earn from staking. And V2 was definitely decent, like I said, but it just ended. And like I said, if I want to withdraw or, harvest what I've earned so far in here, it is like, it's going to be over half, almost half of what I put into it in order to harvest it. So I might just leave it and wait for gas fees to come down a little bit before I do that, because I would need to harvest it, withdraw it, and then pay for a third transaction fee, potentially a fourth one, to approve V3, and then another transaction fee to deposit it into V3. So if they keep coming out with these new programs, it's just going to kill the smaller guy in gas fees. So it is a really cool idea, I think. Maybe not best idea to stake from what I had done in the past. So take a look at this one. Definitely a cool idea. The last one on my list today is Polis. So I saw a video from Randall from CryptoLove, who talked about this having really good rankings on token metrics. And it's one that has been around before. So it was back in 2018, I believe, is when it came out. It came out kind of right as the market was topping out in 2018. Right, yeah. So it launched back here in January 15th, rocketed up to just over $50, $52-ish dollars, and then came crashing back down and hasn't had a bunch happening to it since then. However, in the last little while, I think in the last month or so, we went from about 23 at the low, and we've come up to just over $1.20, $1.25, $1.35 almost. So it's started to pick back up a little bit. We will need to see what obviously happens here a little bit later, but it is one of those, when I talked about how I find altcoins, I will, watch a bunch of different videos or start searching for them on CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko. I'll listen to as many different things as I can, and then find one that I think could potentially have a ways to go. And this one is one of those. It's got a max supply of 25 million. There's a bit out there right now. Obviously, not all of it is circulating, but the ROI is minus 95%, which isn't good from when it started. But since its all-time high, it is down 98%. So this is one of those, again, to me, like I've talked about before, where the risk to reward is very small. So small risk for a high reward, chance of good reward. We're 98%, over 98% down from an all-time high. Not saying it would go there, but if we were to go back up to this $40 to $50 range, that is potentially a, 40 to 50 to 60x. And so I have put a little bit into this one. Another interesting thing about it is that it is the main asset on the Olympus network. So it is going to allow users to pay for transaction fees as well as transferring value stored in Polis and within the network. So Olympus is one of those that has absolutely taken off recently. Big APY. This is one of those that a lot of people are talking about for staking passive rewards. There's a ton of different ones out there where you can get 7,000, 8,000, some even 80 or 90,000 APY. And this coin, or this token, Polis here, is the one that is the main asset on that network. So I do see it having potential to run up. Like I said, it has had a major, it's been down majorly from its all-time highs back in 2018, the last bull run. And so to me, risk to reward is there. Very small current market cap right now, fully diluted, isn't too crazy either. So coming back up to that level, definitely possible. So that is it for today, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. And if you got some value out of this video, please scroll on down, leave this video a thumbs up, and then hit the subscribe button, trying to get to 1,000 before the end of the year. And then hit the little bell and click all so you get notified when I post these new videos. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I will see you next time on the next episode from the Crypto Cast.